So this is the mass cast, as it's been resentfully called. I'm Tom.
Yeah.
And that is
Mike. I'm Michael.
Yes.
Otherwise known as Mr. Shinogi by people who can't pronounce my last name.
Yeah, I just call you Mike.
Yeah.
Tends to work for me.
Mr. Shinogi is cool.
Yeah, but you're not. So, I just need to get rid of this window. Okay. So, as you can see, I'm very prepared for this. Closing window.
Yeah, we're always prepared here at CatSandWich.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
Always.
We're CatSandWich.
Prepared for anything.
From the podcast. You're not. I am.
Well, I'm from CatSnack. Well, I was supposed to be because I recorded like a shit ton of stuff for you. But you never put it online.
There is a reason for that.
Because you're lazy.
Yes. Yes. Very
like
lazy.
that Mass Effect, like the Mass Effect 3 demo footage we did.
Yeah.
You spent half an hour on that, and then you didn't upload it.
It was awful.
And everything is awful at CatSandWich.
Yeah, but shut up. So we're supposed to be talking about Mass Effect.
Yes, we are.
So where should we start with that? Okay.
Well, what happened in your Mass Effect 3 playthrough? Like in each order of events that you can make the choices with.
I did pretty much everything in that game. I had about 60 hours in my first playthrough. And I can't recall a damn thing that happened. So yeah, let me just get up the Mass Effect wiki, and I can tell you what stuff happened in Mass Effect 3.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It doesn't say it. Well, I was on Earth. I was in Vancouver.
Yeah, that's where you start the game.
Yep, so I started the game. I didn't have any of the weird scar stuff. Yeah, I was.
Yeah,
There's BP stuff. What BP stuff was that? Did you put your phone next to the computer?
Yeah. Wait a minute.
Prepared as always.
Yeah, I just threw my phone across the room.
So, I was on Earth. Then I went to Mars. Am I just gonna run all this shit down?
Well, the major choices that are in the game are like the first one. The first one is the Genophage.
Oh yeah.
Then there's the Geth and the Quarians. Well, those are like the two major things that you can decide, isn't there?
Yeah, the Geth and the Quarian thing is. I'm not sure if stuff from Mass Effect 2 affects that as well, because I was telling them always to fuck off, do peace, you bastards. Do peace.
Well, I don't think so.
Do peace or I'll kick your ass. That's basically what I was saying.
Well, because in Mass Effect 2, I sold Legion to Cerberus.
I didn't even know you could do that. I just thought that was something they were saying, but you couldn't do.
It was one of the options.
I never went to do that. As soon as I got him, I always just woke him up. Said, hey, wake up. I need you. Just wake the hell up. And then he woke up.
There's three choices to do to him. There's one which is keep him and bring him back. Then he becomes part of your team.
Yeah,
then there's chuck him out through the garbage thing.
And then sell him.
And then sell him to Cerberus.
But no matter what, the same thing happens.
Yeah, you find him again in
it's just like the ending.
Yay!
Oh, spoilers. Spoilers. Yeah, that's something we should have said. Spoilers.
Yeah, even though that's kind of obvious.
Yep, spoilers for Mass Effect 3, 2, and 1 will be happening.
Why didn't you say 1, 2, and 3?
Because that doesn't add up to 6 then.
What?
If I said it forward, it wouldn't go up to 6 and be divisible by itself.
You aren't making any sense here.
No, I'm not. I'm just trying to give some reason why I'm doing that.
So you're trying to say that 3 plus 2 plus 1 equals 6.
Yes.
But 1 plus 2 plus 3 doesn't equal 6.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
No wonder someone failed maths.
And now I'm putting my...
Did you actually fail maths?
Shut up. Now I've got... No, I haven't. Now I've... Get the mouse off the video. Now I've got my face up because your face has just been up. So... Yep. They can still see you. And now... Now your face is big screen.
Yay!
And the way I've set this up, we're going to have black bars along the side of the video. Because I didn't check stuff beforehand.
Because you are an idiot.
Yep. By the way, we should say this is the second time we started recording because I messed something up.
Yeah, okay. Because you're an idiot, Thomas.
Yep, let's get back to Mass Effect. And
yes, back to the podcast which was supposed to be talking about.
And I'm told Mass Effect is in space.
Yes. Oh dear God.
So, yeah, Mass Effect is in space. And your face is up now, so I don't know how to put my hand through my space mask. So, with the genophage, is that your TV I hear?
No.
What's that? Okay, ignore
What's
that.
what?
I heard something. It was the voices in my head. So, what did you do with the genophage? And what
I cured the genophage.
What is the genophage?
Well, if you don't know what the genophage is, there's pretty much no point in watching a podcast on Mass Effect 3.
Yeah, but you put yourself out there, man. General audience. Explain it to the idiots. If you don't know what the genophage is, you're an idiot.
Yeah.
That's coming from a guy in a space mask.
So, essentially what the genophage was this...
Is for some people.
Is, if it's in the game and you think everything in the game is real. What?
And if you're a heartless dick, it's in the game.
But, well, was it a virus? It was a virus, yeah.
The Sierrians made it.
The what?
Bug people. The Sierrians. They made it.
Sorry, it's your pronunciation.
Yes, well, we come to expect that.
Aryan, even though it's Solarians.
Yep. And the Turians, they put it out there.
Yeah.
And
so
stillborns they have.
Yeah, they have stillborns, so it reduces fertility.
So you know this is going to be a fun podcast when we're talking about that.
Yeah, when we're talking about stillbirths, that's always fun.
And Classy.
Yeah.
Talking about Classy. I'm wearing a tiara. I found a new app today, so I'm doing this now. So it makes them able to produce children to keep the population down, so they don't go and fuck up the galaxy.
Yeah, because they had like a huge birth rate.
Yep, and the Krogan rebellions happened and all that stuff.
Yeah. So what we're talking about in relation to Mass Effect 3 is basically to get the Krogans to help the Turians, you need to cure the genophage, and you have... Is it two or three choices? No, there's one which is to cure the genophage, and there's one to make it seem like you've cured the genophage.
Yeah, there's different permutations on that, though. You can have different stuff happening in each one. And
then Morden can die or live with either ending of them.
I think
with either resolution.
I thought you could only save him if you were going to destroy the genophage. No, to keep the genophage there.
No, you can cure the genophage and still save him.
How'd you do that?
It's really difficult.
Does the guy in Mass Effect 2 you ever die, whatever his name is?
I don't know, but I know you can let him live and cure the genophage.
Did the female Krogan die for you?
Yes.
I saved her.
Yeah, because you had the data.
I had the data.
I
had the data. Thinking ahead as always. And I had the guy go.
You had the what?
I think I let the guy go. I didn't kill him. I don't think. I might have killed him. I can't remember what I did in my save.
Oh, do you mean Morden's old assistant?
Yeah, that guy. That bastard.
Yeah, I know.
I can't remember if I saved him.
I killed him. Well, I let Morden kill him.
I may have killed him. I'm not sure I wanted to do that. I may have killed... I think I killed... Yeah, I killed him. I killed him.
Yeah, you killed Malin.
Yep. Shit. Maybe I could have saved him if I had done that. That's what was in second playthroughs for.
Or fifth.
Yep. I've got a...
Or 206.
Since I got Mass Effect 3, I've done 5 different playthroughs on Mass Effect 2. Just to change stuff up.
How many times have you completed Mass Effect 1?
Mass Effect... Oh, that's a...
Because you have to do it at least 3 times to get all the achievements.
I think I haven't got all the achievements. I've got about just over half. I've got 5 playthroughs on there, but there's more hours in those playthroughs than the ones on Mass Effect 2. So I looked this up the other day. I've got 520 hours in Mass Effect 1. Far too many hours. I got about 10 days in Mass Effect 1. No, wait.
That is 10 days of your life you'll never get back.
No, I'm stupid. I got about 20 days in Mass Effect 1. I'm not sure I'm happy with that. And then I've got about 12 playthroughs in Mass Effect 3, but Mass Effect 2, sorry. And that's about 200 hours. It's
You
still
need to
far
get
too
out.
much. So, yeah. Most of your Paragon.
What?
I'm most of your Paragon in it.
Yeah, Mass Effect 3 is weird now with Renegade and Paragon, because when you started the game again, when you import a Mass Effect 3 playthrough, so you can level up your character even more, your Paragon and Renegade don't reset.
No.
So I've almost got full Paragon and Renegade.
That didn't happen in Mass Effect 2 as well. Well, it's sort of did you got a certain amount of Paragon and Renegade. I think it gave you about 15% to start with.
Yeah, that depends on if your import from Mass Effect 1.
Yeah. Yeah, Mass Effect 3 you start off level 30 if you played 2. That seemed a bit overpowered for me. Like I was starting and I was just killing people.
It's half of the level cap.
Yeah. I was also playing on Insanity, so I really needed it as well.
Yes, you needed that.
Why do I do that? God. About 50 hours Mass Effect 3 took me.
What, for your first playthrough?
Yeah. Insanity.
Damn!
I've still got my tiara on, if you noticed.
Yeah, why do you get rid of that?
Okay. Fine, it's gone. So I'm not sure how much of this is going to be me playing around with hats. So,
Team Fortress 2 all over again.
Yep. So, I think I got us derailed a lot with these hats. I'll get rid of them.
Yeah,
Okay.
It's very distracting.
So, with the Genophage, we both helped them, right?
Yeah, we both cured the Genophage.
So, wait, did you have Rex with you? Or was he dead?
No, he was automatically killed from a Mass Effect 3. I couldn't change that.
So, how did that work for you? How did that...
There's a guy called Reeve.
Oh, yeah, he's a dick.
Yeah.
My first Mass Effect 2 playthrough, I saw him. I didn't like him. So do the Krogan unite after the Genophage is done? Or are they still fighting each other?
No, the Krogan all unite and they become like one big empire or something.
So what's the actual difference between Rex, Dine and Riven? Because the Krogan unite, yeah, either way. And go help you. If you kill the Genophage.
What do you mean?
Well, I saved him, all the Krogan unite. You did, he was dead, and the Krogan all united. So,
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
well, I guess it would make sense if
Reeve was just a replacement character for players who killed Rex or players who started Mass Effect 2.
Yeah, but I guess having those two different readers would start something after the game would end. Like, there would be some political stuff going on then, but because the way the game ends, that doesn't really matter then. So, it doesn't matter if your X-User dies because you don't have to deal with any of that shit. You're dead.
Yeah.
Okay. Who cares?
Apart from the Kill Reapers one, when you have like over 5,000 war assets.
Yeah, but most people.
Then you get like a 2-second clip of Shepard breathing.
Well, it's all
in like a pile of rubble.
Also, he didn't get blown up on the Citadel, which sort of he's on Earth in rubble. He's not on the Citadel blown up.
Which aids the indoctrination theory.
Yep, which is something I hope is true.
Yeah, lots of people are clinging on to this as hope.
We'll get into that more at the end of this.
Yeah.
So guess we're going to talk through Mass Effect 3 and talk in Mass Effect 1 and 2 throughout the decisions there. So, after the genophage, what do you do after the genophage?
It's the Geth and the Quarians, isn't it?
Do you want to go talk about Jack first?
What about it?
Well, after what is it, about few missions into the game, you get the chance to go to, I'm going to have to look up the name now, the Academy.
But it's the Academy for Bioethics, isn't it?
Yes, it's the...
Grissom Academy.
Grissom Academy. So, you go there at some point. It's a timed mission, so if you don't show up there fast enough, you can't see it. And if you don't go do that mission, you'll see Jack at the end of the game. When you're invading the Cerberus base. And if you didn't save her, she's one of the Nemesis fighting you.
Is she?
Yeah. She's just telling you to fuck off and stuff while you're fighting. So she's just hanging around in the Cerberus base with a sword.
Not bad.
Yeah, whoever's on your team at some point just goes, "Hey, that was Jack we just killed." It's just like...
Just casually, yeah, we killed Jack.
Hey, that was Jack we just killed. And then you go, it's not Jack anymore. Maybe because you just killed her. But...
yeah. Jack with like 57 bullets in her boobs. I don't know why I said dude.
Focusing on the chest, eh?
Yeah, seeing as they don't exist anyway, you know.
Yeah. So, if you have sex with Jack in Mass Effect 2, just the random sex part you can have with her, she'll just keep telling you to fuck off in Mass Effect 2. So I'm wondering if that has any effect in Mass Effect 3, if she's just becomes a nemesis automatically then.
I don't know. But, you know, just before when you're on Earth, at the end of the game, just before you set off that thing to destroy the Reaper, then go to the thing to go up, the thing. You
enter warp speed and you go up there.
Yeah, when you're talking to all your crewmates. You go through the
Stargate and then you're fighting the Reapers and then you build them up with Chuck Norris.
But before that happens, you're in that hub bit.
Yeah.
And you get to see all the different characters and then have your last words with them.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. I'm glad that was there.
Yeah. If you romance Jack...
oh yeah, I saw that.
When you're talking to her on the hologram, she's going, yeah, that guy, I'm getting laid. And then Shepard goes, love you too.
I think that's one of the best lines in the game. By far. So, back to the Grissom Academy.
Grissom, not Grimsom.
Oh, shut up. Do you expect me to pronounce anything right? I'll put the tiara back on. You've been warned.
Please, put the tiara.
So, after you go there, you save a bunch of kids, and you get to choose how you want to use them in the war. As artillery, or as frontline troops. Which one did you go for?
I chose artillery.
I chose that as well. That's not going to be as good of a talk as I hoped it would be.
I think I did anyway.
It's not really that big. I think they're just about 50 war assets or something. Which
Yeah.
we should probably talk about war assets as well. Basically, they mean nothing. They're pretty pointless.
Apart from that, like little extended ending.
Yeah, you also need to get a certain amount of points to see the synthesis ending, where you can bind.
Yeah. Something like that.
You have sex with a Reaper, and Baby Shepherd pops out and goes back in time and starts the cycle all over again. So, war assets basically mean nothing except for the endings you see. You could go in with 50 war assets, just hanging out of a convertible, firing at the Reapers, and you still get the Crucible to the end.
Somehow.
Yeah.
But it also changes the cutscene at the start, doesn't it? Like subtle differences, like if you have really low war assets, they'll get their asses kicked by the Reapers. But if you have high amounts,
it's a couple of seconds of animation. It doesn't really make much of a difference.
Yeah, but it's one of the things I realised about Mass Effect, because everyone praises it because they say everything you do matters, but it's all subtle.
Everything you do matters until Mass Effect 3. Everything you do can have huge ramifications until the end of Mass Effect 3. That's all.
Yeah. But they're all subtle.
Yeah. So, did you have fun in Mass Effect 3, excluding the end?
Yeah, I liked it.
It had better shooting and cover system than Mass Effect 2.
Yeah.
They've been improving on the game. Instead of having the mineral scanners, you've got the boop bop boop.
Yeah, it was the first time I used the Revenant gun.
Yeah.
Because that was like the choice of 3 guns.
I got that in Mass Effect 2. Yeah, that was an awesome weapon.
I didn't get that, so I only got it in Mass Effect 3. And I love it. It's a
fun weapon.
It's like the best gun ever.
Yeah. Wasn't in Mass Effect 1. I wish it was. Mass Effect 1 was a pretty bad game. You only play that for the story. There's no combat.
Footage of it, and I'm just like, wow, this sucks.
There's no combat benefit. It's just awful. And then you get to a point where you just completely snowboard and can't be killed. I was on my 4th playthrough just to get to level 60, and I couldn't be killed. Instead of having ammo in that game, you have a heat sink. So you have to stop firing. What's that? It's the same as the Geth rifle. It's basically that.
Yeah, rechargeable ammo.
Yeah, it's that. But I had a weapon customization thing on it, which just let me fire forever. So I just couldn't be killed.
So combat became a formality.
Yeah, I could just walk up to the guy, just keep shooting at him. I was playing on Insanity as well, and I could just do that. It was so easy. By the time I got to that, I was skipping conversations because the amount of times I had to replay it.
Isn't it like 3 playthroughs to get from level 58 to level 60 or something?
Yeah. It's got some of the worst achievements in any game.
Yeah, there's like go through one playthrough using 2 characters most of the time as your squad mates.
Use this character most of the time, and it doesn't tell you how much time, because different missions count for different amounts. And there's no clear way of saying it.
So you basically have to use two teammates the whole of the playthrough, and then do that like 3 times for 2 different characters.
Yes, it's a pretty awful game. Just play it on easy and don't do anything with it. Just play it for the story. I'm looking for
or just watch it on YouTube.
Complete 45 assignments with any character, and it's just all of them. There's so many. Oh, some of them are 50. Complete 50 assignments with some.
Sounds lovely.
It's the worst achievements ever. I know I played the DLC for Mass Effect 1 as well. Bring Down the Sky, which is, if you play that, you meet the terrorist again in Mass Effect 3. So you see the same guy there. Basically, there's an asteroid who the Batarians have sent to try and blow up a planet. And they're on it, firing it towards a planet. You go there, you fuck them up, you stop them firing it, and then you get to the end and you have to have a choice. You either kill the terrorist, or you stop the civilians from getting blown up. So because I'm mostly a Paragon in it, I stop the civilians from getting blown up, because I'm a good guy. I'm a very, damn it, one sec, I'm just doing this. I'm a Paragon. I take the moral high ground. And I look so much like Jesus now. So...
put a beard on as well.
Oh yeah, I'll put a beard on. Let me go back. I am Jesus. Jesus reborn. Okay.
You are now Jesus.
Too far away from Mass Effect at the moment. So...
yeah, just a bit.
I saved the civilians, and there's just a throwaway mission in Mass Effect 3 where you're somebody's been messing around with the, I think it's the med gels. No, it might not be that. You have to get Batarian intel from their, not the embassy, but their people on the Citadel, and then you meet the terrorist.
Yeah.
If you get the terrorist live, you meet him again and he points a gun at your face and tells you, I'm going to kill you. But you can talk him out of it, and then you can bring the Batarian fleet into the war asset with you. You talk him out of killing you, and you get his ships. So it's a pretty nice deal going on there.
Not bad.
Then there's...
I thought all the Batarians were dead or something.
I'm not sure if it was... I don't think it was their home, but it was a big colony that you just sort of blew up. Did you play the Arrival, or...
No, I didn't play that.
How does that work then? Because in the Arrival, you blow up the mass relay the Reapers are coming from. They've just reached the edge of the galaxy, and they're about to come through the Alpha relay. So you go and blow it up and stop the Reapers from coming.
You like launch an asteroid on it.
You smash an asteroid into a mass relay, and it blows up an entire solar system.
Which also F's Mass Effect 3's ending.
It was bigger than it was much bigger than just the solar system. You blew up a couple stars. You blew the shit out of it. There's just like a gap where it was on the galaxy map. There's just a map of nothing there. You blow that shit up. But
yeah, because there's no explanation of that in the Mass Effect 3 intro, because all you know is you've been grounded for no reason if you haven't played Arrival. Yeah, it's like no reminder of it.
You blew up in solar system. No, you blew up a system. Not sure how big it was, and stopped the Reapers from coming and save yourself 2 years. Is it 2 years? It might be less. But
I don't know.
You save yourself a decent amount of time. So if you didn't play that, you just missed a big part of the story.
Yeah, they don't tell you in the intro or anything. I mean, at least when you speak to Liara, she says, "Since I last saw you, I became the Shadow Broker," and
yeah.
If you didn't play the Shadow Broker, but they like assume you've played Rival.
Yeah, well, you probably should have played Rival. That's something you should have downloaded before you played the game.
But I hate DLC because like I just can't be bothered to pay extra for it.
It's not a good piece of DLC.
Mainly because I don't have any money anymore, but you know.
It's not a good piece of DLC. Like, Year of the Shadow Broker, that was an amazing piece of DLC.
And there was no complete edition either.
No.
Which was annoying.
Well, at least in Mass Effect 2 they gave out a lot of stuff for free with the Cerberus network.
Yeah.
In Mass Effect 3 they got the thing where if you don't get the Collector's Edition, you buy the Prothean, which is a huge part of the game. You get a real
Not really.
You get a shooty Prothean. He tells you all loads of shit. He tells you he tells you that we were the Reapers avoided Earth, and then he gives you more information about the cycles, that they avoid dumb species that aren't involved in it.
Yeah, but you find that out anyway, even without the...
Yeah, you find it out, but there's a lot of stuff like that which you can make more sense of if you've got the Prothean with you.
Yeah, they at the ending they mention that, didn't they? That little ghosty, creepy kid.
I buggered something up when I was playing it. I took the Prothean with me for about 2 missions. I wish I hadn't done that. I could have earned so much more. So next playthrough, I'm taking him with me everywhere. Just to find out.
Yeah, but you can't, can you? Because I've got your Mass Effect thingy, which should be in my desk. Yes, it is.
Yeah,
still have your game.
It's upside down, and you can't really see it because it's the tin case. Well, you may have that, but I have this.
Oh, the cardboard bit that goes around it. Oh no.
N7, but backwards. And it's awesome. It's got this.
Which is that an art book?
It's your hand, and then there's random dead person hand. Almost dead person, random hand. And in it, this is a Mass Effect unboxing. There's this.
Is that a comic?
Yeah, that's a comic. It's pretty awesome, really nice. What else have I got? I got this, which is pretty nice. It's pretty nice. I got this.
Is that a patch?
That's a patch. It's got Velcro on the back of it. And there's an art book, which, if you got the collector's edition, you shouldn't have read this first, because there's a lot of spoilers in here. So, yeah, that's what you get with the Mass Effect 3 collector's edition, and the Prothean, which I didn't use at all, which I should have.
Sounds completely worth the, like, 60 quid, whatever it was.
Well, yeah, I'd say it's worth it. And I didn't have to buy it from game, even better. So... Stop that. What do you do?
Stop what?
What have you got? Is that bubble wrap? I can't see what it is.
No, it's tin foil.
It's tin foil, okay. So stop playing with the damn tin foil. Okay, so the other piece of Mass Effect 1 DLC was the Pinnacle Station.
Still on Mass Effect 1?
Yeah, we're still on Mass Effect 1 DLC.
I'm getting bored already.
Was the Pinnacle Station, which, just don't buy it, it's awful. It adds nothing to the game. So, do you want to talk about Mass Effect 2 or go back to Mass Effect 3 for a while?
Can we just go straight to the ending now?
Oh, okay, there's a lot more stuff I want to talk about. I got some stuff about here. So,
but I'm getting bored.
In Mass Effect 2, near the end of that, you saw a human Reaper.
Yeah.
So, what was your interpretation on that? Because I've heard a lot of people say that why is there a human Reaper and not a Prothean Reaper, and not all the other species of Reaper? So, what's your opinion on that?
What do you mean, at the end of Mass Effect 2?
At the end of Mass Effect 2, you save or blow up the human Reaper.
Well, it's the entire collector station.
Yeah, but the human Reaper is more important for the moment. So, how do you take that? Because you can't see any other species of Reaper. So, what did you think about that?
Well, technically, wouldn't the Prothean Reaper kind of things be the collectors? Because they are Prothean.
Yeah, but they were just servants to the Reaper. The humans were turned into goo, a soup, if you will.
Yeah.
And fed into a Reaper body that was just looked like a human. But they weren't doing that with the Protheans or stuff, were they?
Maybe the human DNA was more compatible or something.
Well, the opinion I got out of it was the Human Reaper. Oh shit! My Google Hangout thing just went to sleep. I had to wake it back up. But my interpretation was not that there would be a Human Reaper, just like a human walking about in space, but the Human Reaper was the inside of the Reaper, and then they just built the rest of the Reaper around that being its heart. So there would be a Prothean Reaper, it would just be inside of a Reaper shell. I mean, that's the opinion I got from it, but I've heard people saying, why isn't there other Reapers? So
I don't know, it was kind of lame though, wasn't it?
It was a disappointing boss battle. And
yeah.
You know the big...
shooting his eye for 20 minutes.
You know the nuclear gun that you get, which just blows up everything?
Yeah, the Matic.
I'd saved all my...
No, not the Matic.
Whatever that's called. Ionizer? I don't care. It was an awful weapon I never used. I got to the end, I'd saved up all the heavy weapon ammo, and I pulled it out, charged up to shoot at the Reaper, and the Reaper moved its head, and all the gun had been wasted. I'd wasted all that heavy weapon ammo, and I felt bad about myself. I just wasted all that stuff.
It's like the M920 Kane or something.
Yeah, it's a shitty weapon because it screwed me over.
It was funny in my playthrough though, because I had like bought like all the upgrades and everything that I saw. So I got the heavy weapons additional ammo one.
Yeah.
So when I got the M920, because the M920
I know where you're going with
a one shot.
Yeah.
But so it'll usually say 100%, but it's because of the additional ammo. It says 120%. Yeah. So I'd fire once, and then there'd be 20% ammo left.
Yeah, that got annoying for me. But just before Mass Effect 3 came out, they said the guns will be in Mass Effect. Your guns in Mass Effect 2 will be in Mass Effect 3. I took that to mean they just carried over because it's your ship. But what it actually meant is you have to buy them again. I didn't know that. I got very excited. Or
find them in the middle of a mission.
Yeah, because for some reason they move all your shit about in Mass Effect. So you got the space hamster in Mass Effect 2, and they take it down to the cargo hold, and you have to go find it.
Yeah, I didn't find my space hamster.
You didn't find the space hamster?
No, I didn't find him.
I spent an hour waiting for the space hamster to catch it, because I wanted the space hamster. Because the space hamster is awesome. Although I do wish there was a space dog.
Oh dear God.
So. But another thing that came out of the Reapers trying to preserve the circle, because that's what they said they were doing. They were doing it to make sure you didn't die. The Reapers, their intention was to stop you killing yourselves with AI.
Yeah,
because
by killing you.
Yeah.
Which makes no sense.
But because you didn't see the Protheans had an equivalent to the Geth. They had a rogue AI.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, it sort of gives a theory to the fact that some ancient race did exactly the same as us. And that...
Hang on a minute.
This is what I deal with. Should have muted his mic. So, now, I'm a dog with a mustache. And Mike's incompetent. And I'm still here.
I leave the chair for 2 seconds and you become a dog pirate.
Yep. So, I was telling everybody you're incompetent.
Yeah, so, I heard you.
Good.
I was only like by the air out the door.
Okay, calm down. Don't go scuba on me.
Go what? Jesus Christ.
Okay, so after the Reapers probably were an AI from some ancient race, but so the Reapers say they were trying to preserve us, so we're not all wiped out. Does that make the Collectors good? Because they were trying to save us from killing ourselves by turning us into a Reaper. Does that? Well,
technically, the Collectors weren't good or bad. because they were like brainwashed and through like genetic mutation
Are the
and stuff by the
creators,
Reapers.
are the creators by the hands of the Reapers good? Because they're trying to save us in their way, so does that make them
Yeah,
good?
they're trying to save you by destroying you. It makes no sense.
But are they good? Does that make them good because they're trying to save us?
No, they're just tools. They're like the husks or anything else that's used by the Reapers.
Well,
They've lost all conscious thought or any like desire. They just do what they're told to be doing because so then they're not good or bad because they have no choice.
So are the Reapers good because they're trying to save us from killing us? Or does it sort of cancel itself out?
Well, according to the Reapers are also tools.
Yep.
But like this kind of higher power.
They're the tools
like
of Casper the fucking Ghost. The Reapers are the tools of Casper the Ghost. The genocidal Casper the Ghost.
I don't know why everyone says it's a ghost or a godchild. Didn't anyone think it's fucking Reaper VI?
Why would it be? Why would they need a VI?
Because
why would
the whole thing of the indoctrination theory is that the Reapers have created this whole dramatic thing in Shepard's mind to make him believe he has his own choices. So if they create like a VI or something to appear and like tell him what to do and stuff, what's with the hand?
But isn't the VI isn't the VI controlling the Reapers? Because it says it is. And the genocidal ghost boy must be trusted.
No, but it's the Reapers feeding Shepard lies, so he believes he like has his own kind of consciousness or something like that.
But even if Shepard is indoctrinated,
like when you have the three choices, like there are three choices, but if the indoctrination theory is true, there are choices that mean jack shit.
But why would the Reapers even need a ghost? Why would the Reapers even need a ghost child that says he created them? Because if he says, I made the Reapers that have been killing you, why should you listen to anything he says?
What do you mean?
Well, if it is a VI, or the ghost, Casper the Ghost, whatever it is, it says, I created the Reapers, and I did mass amounts of genocide. Why would you listen to him? He's telling you, you can do this, you can do this, you can do that. Why should you listen to him? He says, the Reapers who you've been trying to kill, I made them, so what do you want to do? Do you want to control them? Do you want to kill them? Do you want to have sex with them? Why would you listen to him?
I don't know. Well, I kept wishing there was like a renegade thing because I'd been trying to be renegade. So like a renegade thing, so you could like backhand him in the face.
That would have been fun. I would have done that. I think anybody would have done that.
Yeah.
I've said it. I was playing on Insanity. I spent 2 hours trying to get up there because the Ars Marauder, standing behind the fucking piece of debris, killed me for 2 hours straight.
How did you fail to get past him?
Well,
literally, one shot in the chest,
not on
takes
Insanity.
Off the shield and stuns him. One other shot blows his head off.
It's 2 shots to take down the shield, and then another 2 shots to the head to kill him. And he just turns around and shoots you with a machine gun.
So why didn't you upgrade your fucking Carnifex?
Because I was
level 5 one shot to the chest, one shot to the head.
I didn't use that pistol. I couldn't even back out and go to it because all my saves were after I landed on Earth. I couldn't do anything. So how did you feel when you saw the ending? What?
I sort of like felt this kind of feeling of
depression, suicide.
I don't know. It was just usually after you complete like a trilogy or something, or you watch like a whole series of films, you get like a feeling like the usual feeling of what the fuck am I going to do now? But there wasn't a
sense of closure.
Yeah, or satisfaction.
before you went to Earth.
So you left there feeling, what the fuck am I gonna do now? And what the fuck just happened?
Before you go to Earth, you get the storylines wrapped up, and then they just reopen it before you go through the Stargate, Warp Gate, Super Shippery Space, whatever you want to call that teleport thing is.
Gravel
Whatever you want to call it. They just sort of open up part of the story for no reason. Like with Miranda, you go through her thing, you give her sort of not a battalion, you give her sort of a fighter force, she goes, finds her father, and you get closure with that storyline. She either dies, or she kills her father, and saves her sister. There's a sense of closure with that. And then that's just reopened again at the end by talking to her again.
How is it reopened?
I'm not sure how everybody else talked to her, because she was my romance in it. So it's sort of talking about seeing her later and whatnot. But it just sort, if you hadn't seen her again and they just said she's off fighting, you would have had more closure to that. You wouldn't have feel that they're sort of opening it up at the last minute. And
well, when I was talking to all the characters except Jacob, I didn't want to talk to Jacob.
Nobody likes Jacob.
Nobody likes Jacob. But as I talked to all my characters, I kind of got this feeling as if I knew Shepard would probably die.
Yeah, I assume that.
Because there's this whole thing where you say, like, oh, I'll see you later, like, you say to Garrus, you'll, like, meet him at a bar somewhere.
Yeah, you just expected it.
I kept getting this feeling it was going to be all in vain and Shepard would die.
Well, I wish it was in vain. That would have been a better ending. It would have been more bitter, but it would have been a better ending.
Yeah.
I don't think I would have been happy, but now seeing the ending, I would have been happier. I would have been happy if my game crashed before the end. But
well, okay, so put it this way. How far into the actual ending do you think they should have stopped?
This shouldn't have been. I think they should have stopped or changed it after you go through after you get hit by the Reapers trying to go through the teleporter.
Well, I reckon if they could go back and not like create a new ending or anything, just find a place in the ending to stop.
Well, maybe
I think it would be just after Anderson dies.
Well, you shoot him, don't you? For no apparent reason, you just shoot him in the gut.
No, it's because the elusive man is controlling you.
Well, yeah, but
and he does that thing, doesn't he? Like, and then he makes him shoot you.
Yeah, but that doesn't make any sense. The elusive man hasn't done that before. He's just magic all of a sudden.
Yeah, but he's now like properly corrupted by the Reapers. Like his eyes all like. Ugh.
Yeah, but if we're taking it as it's not the indoctrination theory, just as it's literally what is happening there, it doesn't make sense to me. If we're saying that that's actually what happened, not an indoctrination theory, that you actually went up there, Anderson got up there after you, but now he's in front of you, and I don't see how that makes sense if you're looking at it in a ritual meaning.
Well, so maybe through the elusive man's research into indoctrination, he might, because he says like I can control them, and he's like demonstrating it. So he's using his research on indoctrination to control you.
What?
Or he's reached that point in his indoctrination that he can control other people, like Saren. Saren could control the Geth, couldn't he?
Well, the Geth was sort of just worshipping the Reapers, so they just went along with him.
Yeah, but he was controlling them as well.
Well, it's in the same way.
Like a kind of chain of command.
Well, yeah, they followed his orders because the old machine told him to. No, the old machine being the Reapers, that's what Geth called them. I turned into a Geth for a minute there. I wish I had an overlay for that. Just my head as a Geth.
Yeah. That'd be weird.
Yeah. If you're awesome, just be a Geth on the internet. So, but I found the entire ending just bizarre and pointless.
Well, it kind of felt like, to compare it to something else in sci-fi, probably 2001: A Space Odyssey.
I haven't seen that. I should have.
Well, I haven't seen either, but I was told that the ending was one of these surreal, like,
Daisy,
think
Daisy,
kind of endings.
give me the answer to.
Yeah, but it's like this. It goes into this kind of surreal, weirdy kind of thing that doesn't have the same tone as the rest of it. So it didn't. After you've gone up the thing to get to the Citadel,
It didn't seem like Mass
it
Effect.
didn't feel like Mass Effect anymore.
Yeah, it was really weird. They had the weird OVAs going on. The characters just sort of change all of a sudden. And
yeah,
nobody cares about Shepard. I don't care about Shepard. I'm interested in all the other characters. Shepard can go to hell. I just want to know what happened to all the other characters.
yeah.
Shepard's not a good protagonist. He's sort of just really bland and doesn't make any sense. Just as a protagonist to everybody else. And the only reason...
Well, Shepard was just like this kind of thing to give the player a role, probably. That's why you could change the way you looked and stuff. It was just to put you in a situation.
Yeah, and the only reason...
I think that's why Shepard was put in like that.
And the only reason he's special is because he accidentally touched something and screwed everything up. He touched the Prothean beacon in Mass Effect 1, and before that he was just a normal guy. He was just
and he's also badass enough to survive everything.
Yeah, that's... At the ending of Mass Effect 1, it's weird because you're on the Citadel, and then a part of the Reaper you just spew up flies at you, and then that should just make you be breathing in space because you don't have a mask on or anything, and then you just get up after they help you out of the rubble. That's just a weird thing I noticed back then.
Yeah.
So maybe the Citadel is mad. My face is just... Maybe I can't turn that way. Maybe the Citadel is just magic and you can breathe in space when you're on it. Think I'm right there?
I don't know.
Because that makes sense with the ending in Mass Effect 3. You're breathing in space. So it must be right.
Yeah, that's why it felt surreal as well.
Yeah. And also, my face is spazzing out at the moment. Also, at the end of it, they say nobody got onto the Citadel, and then Hackett just knows you're on the Citadel.
Yeah, that's a bit weird.
Yeah, it's...
Well, because they see... They think that everyone's dead by the portal, but then it suddenly opens, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And the Reapers aren't going to open it on their own.
Yeah, why didn't
so they know, oh, someone's on there.
Why didn't they just stay at the gateway?
Mean?
Why not just get rid of the gateway? Blow up the gateway. It's the only way onto the Citadel. They can screw us all up from there. So let's just leave it in the middle of London.
I don't know.
It just seems...
I sort of wanted more from the bit when Harbinger comes down, though.
Yeah, that just seemed weird.
I wanted to fight him. I wanted to, like, have this thing where it goes kind of into, like, Shadow of the Colossus territory. Like, his leg, like, lands right next to you,
So
and you gotta, like, climb up it, and then, like, destroy him from the inside or something.
Well, I guess that's the problem with just having an enemy as powerful as the Reapers. You couldn't kill a Reaper. You just couldn't kill Harbinger.
You couldn't use it without something to cheat, essentially.
You needed a massive amount of firepower to kill Sovereign, who... Like, there's a couple different classes of Reapers in this, and he was one of the big Reapers, like Harbinger.
Yeah.
And...
Harbinger had, like, freaking rapid fire. That was scary.
Yeah. Well, before I got to the ending, whenever I heard the sound of the Reaper, you know, this big... my hair stood on end. Just because...
Yeah, that happened, you know, on the galaxy map.
Yeah, yeah.
Where you ping, and then I had a... It was annoying with with my headphones, if to have the speech on something on a volume which I can recognize what they're saying and stuff, the music and the sounds were really loud.
It was.
So when a Reaper appeared on the galaxy map, it was loud as fuck, and it was amazing. Like, ah,
But I think
going to die.
that sort of it got numbed at the point where you kill a Reaper in the Geth mission.
Yeah.
Well, when you blow up the Reaper, that sort of dulled down, and then when you realise, hey, we can just blow up Reapers with ships normally, I sort of stopped getting that. But because the Reapers were seen to just be so massive and indestructible, it took a couple of fleets, almost all the fleets that we had, to blow up one of the buggers, and that was after he was distracted and you killed Sarah, who the Reaper was tied into. So,
yeah, when you kill Saren, it lowers his shields.
Yeah, and the Reapers were just seen as so powerful. But what I'd assumed is the Reapers would get here, and in a couple of days we'd be dead. But with the Protheans, it took them centuries to die.
Yeah, but the thing I think they tried to go for is that at the start of Mass Effect 3, you were scared shitless.
Yeah. You were
of
just
the
shitting
Reapers,
yourself
and
when you
then
saw one.
as you go further and further along, and you gain more war assets, and you become more badass, and then they had that bit where you kill the Reaper on the
Chichanka.
Horian homeworld.
No, okay, yeah.
Well, both the times you kill those Reapers, but it gave that sense that
they were
you were becoming on equal terms.
Yeah, but even when you
so I wanted that to end up culminating like this big badass boss battle against Harbinger.
But
so like it gets to the point where you don't get scared of the Reapers anymore.
Even when you're on Chichanka, the Reapers are still huge, big ass beast. You just feel like you can't kill it. You needed the giant pressure mold to even scathe it. You couldn't do anything to it. It's destroyed everything. And then that sort of just got weaker as you went along. I'm not sure if that was a good idea to make the Reapers more killable.
Because I think what they went for is like to gain momentum and you become on equal terms with the Reapers. So it feels like you're fighting back. But like the start it seems like you're surviving. But then as you go further and further in, you're fighting back and you're pushing them out of the galaxy.
I'm not sure they should have done it that way. I think it should have been like the end of Mass Effect 1, where you've gone to this planet and you've got to race down and go through a teleporter to go and have the only way of defeating that one Reaper. You just have massive amounts of luck to be able to get to that point, and you're the only thing, and if you fuck up, everybody dies. So I think it should have been like that. You race to the you race up to the Citadel, you get up there, all the fleets that you made are just being decimated, and Earth's just being decimated, all the armies are almost destroyed, and then in a last-ditch effort, you just blow up all the Reapers. I don't think the Reapers should have been seen as killable enemies. They should have just been this huge, unstoppable force you can't touch. I just think that's the way they should have gone with the Reapers, but I mean, it makes sense in the same way they've gone. I just expected that to happen. My top hat isn't forward.
Well, they sort of kept that because you think about it. In the entire Mass Effect series, not counting the ending where you kill all of them, depending on your ending, you only kill what, like 3 Reapers?
You only kill one.
You kill Sovereign, you kill the Human Reaper, which is like half.
Well, yeah, I wouldn't even count that one.
Yeah, it was half finished as well. You kill
the one on Chichanka and the one on the Quarian.
You kill the one on the Quarian homeworld. If you think about it, that's 3.5 Reapers,
And
and there's millions of them.
I guess thinking about it though, on the Krorian homeworld, you had their entire flotilla firing at it. But
yeah, but you still killed it.
You still killed it. You felt like you did more than you actually did.
No, you killed 4 actually, because you killed that one in London, didn't you?
Which one in London?
At the start of it, because there's 2 halves of the mission in London, isn't it?
Yeah.
There's the start when you go down, and then the end of that you blow up a Reaper.
Do you? I don't.
Yeah, you use the M920 cane.
Oh yeah, that
So
felt a bit.
You kill 4. You kill 4.5 Reapers out of an army of millions. So if you think about it that way, it still retains that sense of you aren't doing jack shit.
I felt just firing those missiles into the Reaper that on Earth they would have killed more Reapers than they did, because I just walk up there, I shoot like 6 missiles at the Reaper and it dies. Like,
yeah.
Who can't do that? It just. I'm Shepard. I should be some badass who could just shove it right down its throat. It shouldn't have just been something which I press the button, press, boom. That one I forgot about. I should have used that one as my point, as the Reapers were killable. That would be much easier to argue my point.
Yeah.
Oh
no, wait. With the one because you kill one just before you go after Harbinger, innit?
Yeah.
That's the one I hadn't counted last. So you kill 5 over the entire Mass Effect series.
Yeah. And most of them were in circumstances which you had massive amounts of fire backing you up. So
yeah.
They're still pretty damn unkillable, but they just seem more killable by the end.
So it still retains that sense of you aren't really pushing a hole in them. You are making a dent in them, and just to kill one of them, you need loads of people onto it.
Yeah. So if you just go back a sec, because this is something that tied into the ending for me. The Krorian and the Geth made peace in mine. I got them to make peace.
Yeah.
But when you get up to the Citadel with the Crucible, the Ghost Casper genocide guy tells you that synthetics and organics can't live together peacefully. But when he said that to me, so I just proved that. They're getting together. They're helping each other. Give me some credit. I did that shit. They're peace. Come on, Piers. Come on.
Yeah, but would it last?
Fuck yeah, I'd kill the bastards if it didn't last. I'd be so pissed off.
Yeah, I accidentally killed the Quarian race because Legion told me if I let him carry on with the download, peace would be made and everyone would be happy. So I was like, okay, I'll go for it. So then I did that, and then the Geth blew up all the Quarian fleet.
Yeah, you had to go.
And then Tali killed herself. But then suddenly came back just before the ending for the romance bit.
You showed me that. She just came back, did she?
Yeah, that was weird.
What, was she back on Earth as well? Was she there on Earth?
No. You know before you go for Cerberus?
Yeah.
And whoever you romance with,
yeah,
you do the chickadee chang to chang. But
the chickadee chang chang chang.
Yeah.
I didn't get to do that. I didn't get the chickadee chang chang chang. I got it early on in the game.
Yeah, but I did that with Tali, and then if you rekindle a romance, it goes back. It happens again at the end of the game, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But then because I was already fixed to Tali, it glitched up. So Tali reappeared for that, even though she was dead.
Because she's supposed to just have left.
Me the fuck out.
She's supposed to just have left a picture of herself on the side of your bed. If you killed her.
But I didn't find it.
What? You didn't see the picture at all?
No.
It's not.
I had to look it up on YouTube.
It's not a particularly good picture, though, is it? Because of the sun.
No.
You can't really see what she looks like.
She looks normal.
They look more human than I'd expect.
Well, you can faintly see their faces if you turn the brightness up a bit.
She looks more human than a Batarian or Turian.
Well, they don't look human at all.
Yeah, well, that's what... aliens in Mass Effect don't look human, do they? They've got the sort of humanoid shape, sort of,
Yeah,
but they
and
they don't look human. You can
yeah, the closest probably are. What's the race that Liara is?
oh, the Asari. They
The
look pretty human.
Asari are pretty close.
Yeah, and they can magically live for 1,000 years. How does that work?
But I also found something very shocking.
What?
Think about it
Hanar
this way.
sex?
No, all of the Asari, right, are female.
More chances for me.
No, which means to breed,
Yeah.
they can actively change their sex. They're all hermaphrodites.
In essence, yes, it's not explained how they do it, so you could say they grow a
which compares
penis.
them to slugs.
You could say they grow a penis, but I would say that's unlikely. So the fanfics about that, don't believe them.
Yeah. When I found out, I just went, wait, what? So Liara has a dick?
For some reason in there's you can in Mass Effect 2, I'm not sure about the other ones, you overhear two Asari talking, and it's a stigma to be a pure-blooded Asari. So they don't like you having two Asari parents. I just found that weird. Because it would be racism, but to us it would seem like or at least to me, it would seem sort of a different kind of racism than what we've seen.
What do you mean?
Well, you overhear two Asari saying, insulting somebody because they were pure-blooded Asari. They've got two Asari parents. I would expect the racial stigma to be the opposite. I would expect it to be sort of a taboo to have a Turian or human or Krogan parent. That's just what I assumed. That if there'd be a stigma, it would be towards that.
Yeah, I go.
Yeah,
But one of the things I found weird in Mass Effect, or I've always wondered, is if two races have a child, does that child either look, say, like a human,
I think,
or like an Asari, or do they have bits of both?
I think because we haven't seen anyone, and just in how biology works, when two different species they can mate, but they can't reproduce, I assume that the Asari are the only race that can reproduce with other species. I don't think...
You're drinking through your beard.
I don't think there are... I'm scratching my nose through my beard as well. I don't think... Well, I could do that anyway. I don't think there are mixed race species. I don't think you get a half Batarian, half Turian. I just don't think...
Well, I distinctly remember... like an Asari somewhere in Mass Effect 2 saying her dad was a Krogan.
Yeah, I think the Asari are the only ones that can do that, though. Because of the way they reproduce, they sort of take half of their DNA, but it's always an Asari that comes out. Just with some Krogan DNA, which sort of diversifies them a little. Not sure how, because they all...
Yeah, maybe that's why it's taboo for them to be pure blood. Because maybe the race is trying to promote diversity.
In a Darwinian sense, it makes more sense that you have a more diverse population, so you got more chance of surviving.
Yeah.
This conversation got very serious.
Now we're talking about sex and stuff.
It got quite serious about... I mean, at the start we were talking about stillborns. That's nothing to what we're talking about. We're talking about racism.
Yeah, we're at CatSandWich business is becoming serious now.
What the fuck?
Well, penis. There, we're back to normal.
As long as you don't say the word we can't... Don't say the word we can't say. Don't say the word we can't say. Okay? Do not...
Vagina.
But I messed up the cameras a sec. Do not say that. Don't say that. And how do I get back? Okay, got the camera set back up. Do not say that word I just sent you in the chat. Go to chat.
Which chat? Which chat?
Hangout chat.
Google chat?
Yeah, Google chat. Do not say that word. Top left-hand corner, right under the Google thing, here's a chat button. I should have just left it, because I... Thanks, now I have to edit this shit.
LOL.
Wait. Oh, I don't know. I can't check what the time is on the recording, so I can't go back. Okay, thanks.
I actually said cut, kids.
Oh.
I have a bit of a speech impediment, though.
Kids? What the fuck are kids doing listening to this?
I don't know. Weird kids.
Okay, so... if you get back to the ending, and away from reproduction, racism, and Mass Effect...
Yeah, I don't know how we end up on that, I don't know.
I guess Mass Effect is sort of an adult game, but it's not really.
Yeah.
It's sort of like what you'd expect. This is going to sound weird coming from me now. It's what a teenager would expect adulthood to be. In the way that it's all hyped up, but it's not actually there. Like,
yeah.
The sex in Mass Effect, that's really hyped up.
Yeah, and it's tasteful as well, isn't it?
Yeah. But...
It's not like... porn
in
something.
Game of Thrones, which is sort of not tasteful, but that's not hyped up. It's there, but it's normal. That's how it is. That's how that works. It's always there, so it's not hyped up.
Yeah.
So, my God, I'm doing it again. Okay, vagina.
Yeah. But I think essentially what Mass Effect. Mass Effect, the whole series was I think it was a victim of its own hype.
Yeah,
really.
it got hyped up. It's sort of like the Fable effect, I'd say. That Fable was hyped up to be an amazing game, and then you got into it, and it was less than what you expected.
Yeah, but at least Mass Effect lived up.
Yeah, that was
lived up to the proposal until the very end.
It was an amazing game.
Fable just didn't make up to it until the start. Was something. You just didn't at all.
Mass Effect, up until the end, is the best game I've ever played. It's my favourite game. It's the best. It's definitely the best story I've ever played in a game.
Yeah.
Well, I might just be saying that because I'm invested in it from the start. But I felt it to be an amazing game for storytelling. Combat, not that good, but I was willing to accept that.
It was enough to get you through. They made the improvements.
The one thing in Mass Effect 3, which was sort of in Mass Effect 2, was the A button on an Xbox. I'll show you what an Xbox controller is if you don't know what that is. The A button is there, and that did too much. There was too much stuff that happened with the A button. You run, got out of cover, got in cover, and
I didn't really have problems with that.
I had a lot of problems with that. I sort of I pressed A to run into cover, then I immediately got back out of cover, and I was doing it.
Yeah.
I was doing a bit in Mass Effect 3, and I just popped out of cover, ran by accident, and that kills you if you're playing on Insanity. You get out of cover at the wrong time, and I just wasted half an hour. I got intensely frustrating.
By the end of my playthrough, well, about 3/4 of the way through, I didn't need to bother pressing A much anymore, apart from to get over cover, because by then I had got the Revenant.
Yeah, and you could just...
And at that time, I literally just stood there and shot everything in the room.
You felt the same way I felt with Mass Effect 1, when you just get the completely awesome weapon and you just stand shooting everything.
Yeah.
Like Scarface, you're just blowing everything up.
Yeah, I upgraded my armor and stuff like that, so I had and my powers, so I had loads of health, really strong barriers. I changed my armor so I had really strong shield and shield regen. So I would just stand there in the middle of the room and shoot everything.
That's always pretty damn fun.
Yeah. It was like playing Halo again.
Yeah. Although
I only end up playing on easy now. Even on normal, I got high behind cover and stuff. It's annoying.
After my playthroughs on Insanity, I've switched everything back to easy. I'm not doing that again, ever. It's just not worth it.
Yeah.
That amount of time sink into a game which I'm just playing to see different cutscenes in. And interact differently. The combat is not worth it anymore.
Yeah.
But
combat's a formality now.
If we get to one of the arse things we're going to talk about on this god-awful show, in the end of Mass Effect 3, you see the Normandy. It's trying for the Mass relays trying to escape the blast. Now,
yeah, which makes no sense.
Yeah, but also you get 4 people maximum. You see.
Wait. I think we should first talk about what happened in the endings we both got.
Oh, okay, yeah. Do you want to go first, or should I?
I'll go first.
Okay.
So, essentially, I think it would be best to explain what happens in the ending, just to recap people.
Yeah. Sort of explain.
Yeah.
Sort of major decisions, which, like, did you get the Rachni with you? Did you get the Krogan with you? Did you get the Suyarian with you? Sort of that sort of stuff. Just as a...
I killed the Rachni. I had the Krogan with me. The Solarians chose not to come with me. The Turians, the Geth, and I think that was about it.
Did you get the Hannah and the Joe with you?
I don't know.
You needed to have played Katsumi, so in memories.
No, I didn't get that. No. So, essentially, at the end of the game, once you've gone through all this stuff, you essentially get 3 choices at most. And these choices are a choice of enslave the Reapers, destroy the Reapers,
or have sex with the Reapers.
No, and then there's
synthesis.
Yeah, synthesis, which is to merge synthetic and organic DNA, which essentially stops the cycle in general.
Yeah, that was weird.
Because the reason the Reapers are killing everyone is to stop synthetic advancements so they don't kill the organics.
Which is what they're doing.
Yeah, which makes no sense.
Well, I guess they're synthetic anyway.
Yeah.
So they're sort of weird.
But
no one cares about them. They haven't got any big
The ending I went for was that of destroying the Reapers. But because I didn't really have a lot of war assets... Yeah, war assets do make a difference slightly at the end.
Sort of.
Cutscenes. But because I put no preparation into my first playthroughs of games, essentially I wiped out all sentient life in the galaxy.
It's the only way to go. Haters gonna hate.
Yeah, because if you have very low war assets, like I did, there is this wave that comes out of the Citadel, and you're supposed to just kill all the Reapers, but it ended up killing everyone on the surface of Earth, destroying all the fleet that came to attack the Reapers, and just wiped everyone out.
But
I don't even know if the crew of the Normandy's still alive.
Well, what, you didn't get that cutscene at the end where they were going through the gate? The Mass Effect relays.
Well, I see...
Did you just see it go up?
I saw the Normandy crash.
Yeah.
But then the door like clicks open like that,
yeah,
and then it cuts.
Oh, it cut that point before...
It cuts straight to the end, you don't see anyone get out.
Okay. I didn't know that.
So, I basically killed everyone in the galaxy.
Except, Buzz...
Buzz Aldrin.
Buzz Aldrin.
Buzz Aldrin and this weird kid.
Yep.
Somehow the human race lives on, even though I killed everyone in the galaxy.
Somehow a guy who died thousands of years ago. Well, not thousands. That always got me weird, because it's about 120 years in the future, isn't it?
Yeah.
I get weirded out by that.
There's like a little, you know that little box thing that happens after the credits and after the Buzz Aldrin bit and everything?
Weird.
It says Shepard is now hailed as a legend.
Yeah.
But I killed everyone in the universe.
Tell me another story about the Shepard.
How am I a legend?
That was the line I hated in it. Tell me another story about the Shepard.
Because that was obvious, like, this is going
it's
to
not
be carried on
Yost.
with DLC.
This is not Yost. You can't say that sort of stuff. No, BioWare. No.
Bad BioWare.
Bad BioWare. Apparently I'm Total Biscuit. This is why BioWare has gone too far. Do you understand that?
Well, no, I think what he means by that is because that bit is probably like thousands of years on.
Yeah.
Instead of being Commander Shepard,
it's just that, yeah.
like when people knew who he was or he or she was, it's moved on so far that
He's just
the
a story.
Shepard.
It's just a story at that.
Or no, it's just like a name.
Yeah. Although I can tell you the trend
It's
of
like this being the Shepherd who saved the entire galaxy.
This is
I killed them all.
This is how a bad ending in a sci-fi movie goes. The end of it is the galaxy has changed forever. That's always a sign of a not very good sci-fi movie. That is also coincidentally on the Mass Effect wiki. If you go to the timeline, that is how the story of Mass Effect ends. The galaxy has changed forever. I just don't like that. I'm on the Mass Effect wiki now. The events of Mass Effect 3 occur there. Shepard activates the weapon, the galaxy has changed forever. The end. I don't like that.
Yeah, but I think they had that because the galaxy is changed forever.
I just think that's...
But because it doesn't... because there was that choice between the three of them, it just says change the galaxy forever.
Hey, there was a choice at the end. You could choose the colour.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I think I should say my ending now, shouldn't I?
Yeah, how did it happen for you?
In my ending, I got the Rachni working with me, and I got the real Rachni working with me, not the synthetic one that betrays you in the end anyway. I got the Hano and the Drell working with me. I got the Batarians, the Turians, and all the ones the Krogans. I got Zaid with me as well. I pretty much did everything, so I got somewhere around 4,000, about 4,500 war assets, and I wish I got a bit more or done some multiplayer before I played the game. I probably would have.
Yeah, multiplayer. It's easy to get 100% galactic readiness.
Well, there's also a bunch of apps that do it as well, so
but
just do it easily.
It makes it seem like you've got to do a lot of it, but literally you play like 5 games and you've got 100% galactic readiness.
Yeah, I probably would have seen the proper end. I can't say proper ending, but the ending where Shepard starts breathing again. I probably could have seen that ending if I played it. So, got there, didn't have enough Paragon points to talk the elusive man into killing himself. Very annoyed about that.
Yeah, I couldn't do that when I had full Paragon as well. It made no sense.
Yeah, but it was just exactly the same as Saren's death. Because I watched it on the YouTubes, and it's the exact same stance he takes and shoots himself in the same way. It just seems weird. That I guess it's a good, it's a callback for everybody who've been playing Mass Effect for a long time. So I guess
or just lazy game making.
Yeah, with the ending, I'm sure it is. So got up there, started breathing in space and whatnot. Started breathing in space, and I went up there, stood there 10 minutes trying to decide which ending to pick, and I started walking towards a synthesis ending, and I was like, wait, what the fuck am I doing? Let's go back and kill all the damn Reapers. That's what I've been doing for the last 3 games. I'm going to kill the damn Reapers. So I blew them all up. I sent the shockwave to Earth. They blew up the Reapers, and then you see guys in the foreground going, yay!
Yeah, that didn't happen for me. There was it like shows like Reaper in the background, and then like a squad of humans in the foreground, hiding behind cover. Then in mine, as the wave came over to the cover, it just wiped them off. They just burned away.
Have you've watched the other endings though, and the other 2 of the Reapers just fly off in different colours?
Yeah.
That seemed a bit weird. But did that, destroyed all technology ever. We both destroyed all technology. So yeah, we did that. We basically killed everyone who was in ships, and I saved the Geth, but I didn't anymore because I just wiped them out.
Yeah, and then you destroyed them.
And blew up the Citadel itself, which seemed a bit weird. Set all the Mass Effect relays up to explode, and the Normandy's giant fuel, it blows itself up, lands rather neatly on the planet, without knocking down a shitload of trees and mountains, which I did.
And falling apart.
Yep, and being on fire, which you sort of expect from an explosion. Although
Yeah.
you wouldn't see fire and explosion in space, so yeah. And the door opens, and Joker walked out, and for some reason, he walks out with the two people who were your squad members at the time, before you get hit by the Reapers.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I
That makes
had
no sense.
Ashley and who did I have? I can't even remember who I had. I had Ashley and somebody else.
I had Ashley and Gareth.
I think I might have gone Ashley and Gauss. I just need to check who the hell's in the game. What did I?
There was Ashley, Gareth, Liara, Tali. The Mexican guy no one gives a crap about.
Yeah, no one cares about him. I
Freddy
didn't
Prinze Jr. as I like to call him.
I didn't like Vegas. He's sort of just like, hey dude, what the fuck are you doing? I'm fucking Shepard. I saved your ass. I saved the galaxy. Fuck off.
Stop copying Rooster Teeth.
I know, but you just say, what the fuck are you doing? I saved you. Fuck off. Why are you?
Do you like your galaxy? I've saved it 2 times.
It's just at the start he's just talking to you like you're a normal person. Just fuck off. I'm so much better than you. You owe me shit. Give me your Lamborghini. I deserve it.
He doesn't even have a Lamborghini.
Buy me a Lamborghini. I deserve it. In fact, that's what you should have driven off in. Instead of the Normandy, a fucking Lamborghini. I had Viara with me. Yep. So, those are the two people just walked out, and Joker's there, and they just hobble off into the jungle. And that's how it ends. I also got the Buzz Aldrin thing as well.
Yeah. So, what do you think is going to happen in the extended cut DLC?
Well, it's the extended cut, it's not a revised ending, which is one thing I wanted. Because I'm all for keeping the creativity in games and letting them deal with it. I just think they dealt with the ending so poorly that it needs to be redone. Like in Prince of Persia, I can't remember which game it was, but they had a DLC ending, and in Asura's Wrath, that weird ass game, they've got a true ending coming in DLC. So that's what I was sort of hoping for. It would be shitty business practice if they did that, but I just have so much invested into the series at this point. I wanted a better ending than that. So,
well, I probably will make my decision on the ending as a whole.
Yeah,
till the extended cut DLC comes out.
Yeah, I'm sort of holding back, just saying fuck you, BioWare, or no matter how much I've said it. I'm sort of hoping there's some redeeming factors. I'm assuming that they'll talk about what each character went on to do. Sort of like, say, Tari, she went on and built a house on the homeworld. That sort of stuff. I'm not assuming it's going to be anything game-changing. It's just going to be sort of an epilogue.
Well, they've said there's no real gameplay. It's just cutscenes.
Yeah. I think it's just going to be an epilogue.
It's like 15 more minutes or something.
I don't think that's enough, though. I think it should be sort of like a half-an-hour thing explaining the state of the galaxy after you left it. Like, because there's no consequences to anything you do. Like, you cure the genophage, but who cares? You just saved the galaxy. You might destroy it again by saving them. So
yeah.
I think they should add some sort of ramification to what you've done. Right.
Well, I hope it will elaborate on the indoctrination theory.
Yeah, but they're not changing the ending. They're just adding to it. So,
the indoctrination theory is adding onto it. So
yeah, but
you know when he wakes up.
Yeah.
With the breathing, I think you should carry on from that.
But what about?
I've been indoctrinated.
What about?
Blah, blah, blah,
that's only one ending. That's one. I'd say that's probably the rarest ending anybody got. Not many people got that ending. So what happened to everybody else who got that? They went through the game and maybe they lost the indoctrination battle. So it's sort like I'm not sure if they did it, but somebody at BioWare said
maybe they're doing 3 different versions of that depending on which ending you pick.
early on in the so they announced that if Shepard died in Mass Effect 2, you wouldn't be able to import it, and then they announced maybe you might be able to. We'll do your special cutscene. I don't think they went through with that though. So it's sort of, are they going to make cutscenes for everybody, or are they going to make individual ones for your story? Which is what I'm hoping. Like I had Rex survive and the Krogan female Eve was her name. I had them survive, so I think they should add the ramification that the Krogans didn't go back to their just raffle stomping the universe, and they sort of went to a political way with that instead of just saying they married each other, they had kids, who cares? But it should add some ramifications to things that you've done. Cause
yeah, like Fallout 3 and New Vegas.
I haven't played those games.
Did you play those two games?
I haven't played many games.
Well, at the end, depending on how many side quests you did and stuff, there's like this 5-minute thing where the narrator goes through each kind of faction or group of people you met and says what happened to them after the ending.
Like maybe if you treat the Geth badly, they sort of rebel again. But if you the Geth might rebel again, they might not, sort of on small decisions that you make.
Well, you find out that the Geth weren't rebelling; they were protecting themselves.
I sort of assumed that for Mass Effect 2. The whole thing was
self-defense.
You sort of get the small hints of it, and I was always sort of in my game Geth sympathy. Sort of told them to try and stop the war when Tau was on trial. I always tried to get down that route, and I think maybe there should be some small type of thing towards that. Like, maybe if we did that, this is just like a small dialogue change, even. But I didn't see any difference with that. But maybe not even something that small. Like, I saved the Rachni Mass Effect 1. Tell me what they do at the end of Mass Effect 3, because I saved them all the way through that. But the Rachni were dangerous bastards. Are they going to go start killing everybody again? Sort of big plot points which you don't get ramifications for. Because you were always wondering, the Rachni just magically come back for some reason. The Reapers just re-engineer a fake Rachni cream.
Yeah.
Which is, I'm assuming that's what you fought. You didn't fight the organic one. Because you didn't play Mass Effect 1, so I'm not sure which stories came across.
It was automatically decided that I killed them.
No.
And they killed Rex.
So, wait, did you kill the Council?
Yeah, that was automatically decided.
Yeah, I did that as well. So, what I say as well. I did that, and I don't know what happens if the Council survives. So, but, well, yeah, they should add some ramifications to things that you do. That's my big thing with the ending. Because everything you do, it sort of seems like it doesn't matter anymore at the end.
Yeah.
Some ways you can get a sense of closure, but it doesn't seem anything you've done matters anymore. Which was my big problem with the ending.
Well, we'll have to wait until the summer then.
Yep. Did you see that people were getting annoyed because they said it would only be available until the end of April? 2014.
Yeah,
Nobody read 2014.
Yeah, we'll probably have a new console by then.
Yeah, well, I hope so. I mean, Xbox is 7-year-old at this point, and that's what we both play on, and it's starting to show its age.
Yeah.
So I think we should sort of wrap up now.
Yeah,
so
that would help.
This has been the Mass Cast. Is that what we called this?
Yeah. Mass Cast.
This has been Mass Cast. I've been Total Biscuit.
What?
I'm not. I'm Total Biscuit. Can't you tell?
And
I'm Total Biscuit.
And I'm Mr. Shanogi.
And Mike, a link to Mike's channel will be in the description.
Yeah, I'm Commander Shaughnessy, and this is my favourite podcast on the internet.
I'm Commander Biscuit, and this is why BioWare has gone too far.
Yeah.
So we'll see you next time we do something, which might be soon.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yep. Bye.
I'm gonna eat my microphone.
That's where the sound of the beepers comes from. Spoiler.